Okay, back, man. So, look like it might be a double upload, but back to continuing. I'm sorry, nonsense, but continuing. I had did that home invasion, man, and for that home invasion alone, I got like 7 years. But there was another robbery that I got actually got caught for one robbery, and that's when they came and looked for me. And then the home invasion, they found me while I was incarcerated. Even though I denied it and all that, you know how we do. And that wasn't me. Oh, it's fingerprint in the house. Oh, shit. I was the paper boy. I don't know, some dumb shit. Made up something unnecessary. But, I did 7 years, man. And during that time, man, the reality of life started kicking in. So the reality of life kicked in prior in the term before that because I got my GED and, I learned how to, I went into a computer program class and, Word, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Access Excel, typing. So, you learn all the basics. And, I did the typing class, got like 98% accuracy, 65 words a minute, something like that, 60 to 65 words a minute. Got a certificate, but I did damn good. And got my GED. So, I was doing clerking jobs because there were positions available where they would allow you to be a clerk. And it was like the highest paid job in that facility. So, I was like, man, I want to get that job. You know what? 56 something a month, 56, 65 a month. It was a CCF, Community Correctional Facility, private owned prison, microwaves, all that, cable, we live. It was a low security yard. I don't got, level 4 stories as of yet. I do have them, but like I said, I'm not looking to glorify and play the competitive role. Like, let me share a level 4 story so, you can get the impression that I'm Mr., the witty guy, but I've been on them yards before. Level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1. Been around everybody. OGs, real G's, you know, watched everybody, watched it all. But anyway, um, I learned a lot and I did a clerical position. So I was like I was pre-release clerk. Pre-release clerk, that mean I, helped, I was like the assistant in the classroom for the lady that prepared guys that were getting out with resources. So I was that guy. And then I was also the program clerk, which was the individual that typed out the disciplinary, uh, the disciplinary documents, 115s. That's what they call them, 115. So typed out 115s, pulled a lot of 115s, which is when somebody's like, man, look, man, I'll pay you if you can pull that so it doesn't jeopardize my release date. So you charge by the date. If they giving you 180 days, man, I mean, you can give me 100 or give me 120 or 130, depending on how you feeling, depending on who you're doing it with. Somebody of another race or culture. I mean, you could network, between certain people, or you can get your money. I need 180, straight up. You don't want that? Give me 180. They're going to make you do half of it or something like that, so whatever it may be. But I did that. So pre-release clerk was a great job, but program clerk was one of the best, you know what I'm saying? So when I went back in for the big stint, I was in the reception center. I instantly applied like, hey man, I know how to type, I know how to, get on a computer, do what it do, man. I'm program clerk, so, and they gave it to me. So I was program clerk at Lancaster Reception Center. All the black COs and Lancaster, man, it's low key ghetto. It's a lot of black COs. You know how it is, man. A lot of black people be around each other. All the bras, hairs is whipped up, nails is whipped up, bros got on Gucci shades and all that. Everybody the cool ass CO'd, and you got the super extra out tough guys. It's like, come on, bro, knock it off. You know, we local, get on with that. You black, we black, chill out. But did program clerk, man, and after that, when I transferred to my next facility, I did program clerk there. But the guy, like, you old bullshit ass crooked ass sergeant, you know, uh, crooked ass sergeant, man. He got me off the yard too. Me and a couple other guys, man, a couple other Crips said we was politicking too hard, but he had me sent off the yard, so that's when I had to go to the 4 and sit on that yard for some time. And but prior to that, I was able to do another clerking position for a job that was like 180 a month, and it was IDL, inmate day labor, you know, and that's where I was able to learn construction skills. So this is the point. The point I'm telling y'all, as far as like breaking these stories in, is the fact that I acquired certain skills based on the reality of life. That means I knew I had to get real. I knew I had to get with it if I needed a job, because I was out before that and I didn't get no job. I tried to go to Santa Monica College. I wasn't serious. Gang banging in the bathroom, all that. You know what I'm saying? Having fights in the bathroom, bringing guns to school. You know, so yeah, I was that guy. I used to have a P89 on me everywhere I went. You know, kept it with me. You know what they call it, American Express, and kept it in my pocket, and it was Fly, black and silver, and salt and pepper. You know, one of my favorite guns, and I used to have it with me. Didn't nobody know except the girlfriend that I used to date, but you know, I wasn't up there to, you know, do nothing to nobody. I stay heated. I'm not. It's like that. You know, when you're from LA, it's stay heated, or you know, get chased, hit a couple fences, whether you're running from the police or you running from niggas trying to shoot you or whatever it may be. So sometimes you want to be ready first. Like, man, shit, nigga pull up on me, I'ma air their ass out. That's how I felt, you know. Sometimes still feel like that, but you know, like I said, there's a transitioning phase. So, you know, which I've transitioned. So I'm just giving you some you know, letting you know a lot about me in my past. So I acquired skills. You know, the clerical skills, computer, typewriter, boy can get down. Computer, you know, I was on the programs doing memos, doing documents, doing data input, whatever they needed. I was like, you know, I had my own trailers, so I was in there chilling, man, doing my thing. And then I got to do with MA Day Labor. Like, I was able to learn from a lot of the experienced guys that electricians putting up lights and carpentry, you know, certain things that they were doing around the prison. I was able to be on site, and they like, hey, you want to do it, or let's go. So, you know, I played around a little bit, but I didn't acquire the skills until I got home. That time when I got out after the 7 years, you know, I try to do focus. You try to get out, you have the intentions to get out and go straight, but you know, after a certain amount of time, you know, I was busy messing around with a lot of women, and all the girls that I had contact with when I was inside, I went to go see all them girls, you know. So like, you know, it's not to throw out nothing detailed, none of that, you know, but I went, and whether we was good or bad, you know, I went to go see each and every one of them, and you know, left them for what it was. It wasn't nothing major. No, you know, I didn't look for nothing serious out of that. You know, I was just that's how it is. When you get out, you fly, you the shit, you look good, you shining. That's what they call it, that glow. You know what I'm saying? You muscular, had to look, waves of super dipping and all that. So, you know, I went out and checked on everybody, you know, and got situated with one or two of them and was able to get on my feet or whatnot. So, you know, I had one of them give me some money to where I was able to kind of sell some trees. You know, I had her give me like, you know, chump change, $400 or $500. So I was able to sell some trees. And, you know, I was selling trees, but, you know, I wasn't selling trees like that. It was just like whatever. I smoked and sold and why? So I didn't really trip. I was still getting paid from her regardless. And, you know, I didn't have to do nothing, but somewhere a little bit later around the line, I got locked up again with my baby brother. And I believe I was, yeah, because I had to do like a year. I had to do a year, and he got arrested for something else, a couple robberies or whatnot. So they gave him more time than me. So, you know, he got 15. And I got arrested for the gun that was thrown out the car by him. And, they was just, because I had 2 strikes, so they was on my head like, no matter what he said, they like, oh, we know you lying for your brother. He wasn't lying. He like, well, nah, shit. But we didn't stress it. They came with this little mediocre deal because we was in there down there 9 months or almost a year or whatnot. So, they was like, man, you going to take this little 2.5, man, and go up there and do a turnaround. Turnaround means you going to go leave the county jail, go to the prison system, to their reception center, be up there for about a month, and then you parole from there. So, I did that. And that's when I came home and really was straight. I was like, man, I'm going to get married, have me a daughter or something, man, and stay focused. And, I did that. Came home, all praises to the Most High. I was on a straight. It was slow because, I had to make sure my car was straight. I didn't really get a job as fast as I hoped I would, so I was doing an in-home thing where, your family, you working with them and, you get the check from that, and that was helping me to have a little bread, a little chump change in my pocket. I never came home, no baller, never came home, had all the jewelry, never came home flocking, all the shit that everybody doing right now, like they was cracking. I never was that guy. Never got into that, to where it was like, oh, he came home, dude, he busting. He got the shop. I never was that. I came home and I did feet work. And when I mean feet work, what I mean by feet work is that I'm saying that I moved around to get where I need to get, and I was patient about it. For example, I went to a lot of organizations like Community Build, PV Jobs. There's another one, Community Build, PV Jobs. Maybe more or less, but fact of the matter is that I went to these organizations that had resources to where, they can help somebody that's formerly incarcerated get on their feet. Like I even went to the GR building on Adams off of Washington, I believe, over there off of, y'all know which one I'm talking about. If you from LA, everybody knows the GR building off of Adams and Grand, where all the gang members go and all the hood rats and everybody else. I don't mean to call them hood rats, but, certain type of females that, you got, all right, I'll take back the term hood rats, man. They're not hood rats. A lot of women, a lot of females or whatnot, a lot of gang members, a lot of men and guys or whatever, trying to get situated, trying to get them food stamps and get that little $200 a month and bus tokens and other things that they trying to, work the system with, But I got that. And I went to the GROW program, man. GROW didn't have nothing for me. Like, they didn't have nothing for me. And I'm putting that out there. Like GROW, they had resources for everybody else. But for somebody that came home after 7 years, it was like difficult. So I couldn't get no job. I'm sitting there doing all this nonsense, trying to keep this bread going, and they couldn't give me no job. Somehow I got a link to PV Jobs. I think my parole officer gave me the information to one of the guys at PV Jobs, Miguel Quintero. And Miguel put me in as far as like, told me to, come up there. I signed in, registered with them. And I was coming up there doing their classes and, they get you into construction. So, and they cracking right now. I'll be sharing them a lot. They really cracking, man. PV Jobs. If you in LA and you trying to get into construction, or if you a mom or a dad, you got a son, 17, 18, send them to PV Jobs, man. Let them get up there and get situated. It's like they gonna pay your way. You know what I'm saying? They gonna pay for your boots. They gonna pay for the letter for your sponsorship, and they gonna give you some grade A hands-on training. You know what I'm saying? So consider that. Like, this is real game. Like PV Jobs is shit. Community Build off Degnan on Crenshaw and Leimert Park, the Leimert Park area. I don't know if they're the same, but I went to them. They provided resources, and they pay for certain things when you're under 31. Like if you need a guard card or, uniform, they'll pay for it. But that's why I got to do the firefighter training program. And the firefighter training program with them, It was all black crew, man. Everybody was gangbangers. I'm gonna just keep it real. Crew 60, but we got to fight fires like it was legit. This wasn't an inmate firefighting thing, which I did do. I skipped that. I forgot to mention that. I did firefighter training. I went to fire camp while incarcerated in a 7-year period. Got caught with about 3-4 cell phones on different occasions, and they booted me out, sent me to fire camp, and I got caught with phones there, and I got kicked out of fire camp and sent to Mule Creek Level 1 that had phones, got caught with a phone there, but he didn't put it on me because he respected my program. And he was like, man, you be out the way. So as far as I'm concerned, man, the phone was on the floor and you saw it and you gave it to me because somebody dropped it. I was like, man, I appreciate that. Good looking. And he was like, go on home. So yeah, I did do firefighter training. And they got a show about that too. Like firefighters, the wildlife firefighters from prison and all. So I was basically one of those. The orange jumpsuit, the whole get down, cutting that line, man, going hard. But the community build with the black firefighters, yeah, they said they go out, season them. I heard the program's not there no more, cause dudes, man, blacks, man, they mess up sometimes. Judah be tripping, can be hard headed. But the crew, we did them hikes. We went to them mountains. We went to the academy in Pasadena, Arcadia, and did the training. Took the test and earned the certificates and did all these hikes. Used to have to get out there at 6 a.m., Griffin Park, Runyon Canyon, Big Tujunga, Little Tujunga, and we hiked them mountains, man. And I used to be like, damn, that hiking ain't no joke. Stop smoking weed, So I did that. I acquired that skill and went on fires, And right before I had my daughter, after I had my daughter, I went on a fire. So, my baby was an infant, newborn, and I went on a fire for about 2 weeks or more, I think, around the time I lost my dad, in 2014. But, yeah, I learned the skills, man, firefighting. So, in community jobs, community build and PV jobs, firefighting. PV jobs got me into construction, carpentry, man. And what I hated about that, man, I felt like I got work, man, like, not PV jobs, but one of the construction companies I was working for, they didn't put me up the ladder to certify me as a first level apprentice. So like, I was still always a laborer. I was getting paid every Friday, decent little $400 to $500 check. It was cool. I was able to really, provide some sense of security in my family. But come on, man, like, look at it for what it is. Like, I wasn't getting paid like I needed to, but I was thankful, you know what I mean? Because I was incarcerated. I got out. I'm doing construction. I knew there was opportunity to go up the ladder, but you have to hope that one of your supervisors in the construction field on a job or the company you're working for will be like, man, you do your thing. I'm going to put in a letter for you so you can be first apprentice. And then every 4 months, you go up with a pay increase. And man, they get paid after that. So I never got to see that opportunity because I got paralyzed, but the firefighting thing, that was good too. Fire season was over, so I was doing construction. And when I'm not doing construction, like if I got laid off and I'm waiting for another position to open, I'll do the staffing jobs and laboring positions, warehouses or whatnot. So whatever it was, I was doing anything I can to keep checks coming in the mail, to keep things on the table, right, man? So, I learned a lot of skills, man, and I was thankful for that transition phase. And this is when I met my wife, and we had our daughter, because I met my wife in October of 2013, and she got pregnant the following month. But I married her in April. So I wasn't playing. Like, I married her in April 5th, and on July 4th, we had our daughter, my daughter Kaylee. So, it's a lot, man. And she kept me grounded. She kept me on point, Well, I forgot to mention, when I came home from the 7 years, I was also personal training. But when I went back in with my little brother, I got out and I stopped personal training people. So like because I was doing the construction and trying to really make things happen. But I did get out as a personal trainer. I was getting paid for that. I had a young trainer, and if you look on one of my YouTube channels that I used to have, only because I don't remember the password, but you see the young man that I was training and me doing burpee videos and stuff like that, and so, and a lot of people get out. I mean, we all get out incarcerated. We think we got the best body in the world, so we're like, oh yeah, my workout was great. Hey, I'm about to have people out here doing burpees and personal training, and But if you look at my pictures and a lot of things, you'll see it showed, and a lot of people did listen because I did provide great information when it came to nutritional diet, um, nutritional, mainly nutritional diet, meal plans and preps, and just a great workout regimen to give somebody definition all over. But out of that, I married my wife, and we had our daughter, and like I said, I went on a fire, and I lost my dad in 2014, right before his 60th birthday, because I haven't seen him in 14 years before that, but 12 years before that. Saw him in 2002. No, I didn't see him since juvenile hall. When I got out of juvenile hall, he was gone in Las Vegas. And my mom, I basically hooked her up with Sonny, buddy, old bus driver. He used to drive the 105 all the time. When I used to have a habit of going to the Beverly Center, I used to always get on the 105. It'll come from the Beverly Center, go through West LA, come down La Cienega, go through the jungles. You gotta don't let them jump on that bus on that Saturday night, coming past King under that Baldwin Hills Plaza sign. The over part, I don't know what to call it, but the bridge where it crosses King from the Crenshaw Mall. You from LA, you know what I'm talking about. You don't, Google the Crenshaw Mall, Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Plaza. It's a bridge that crosses King. So like when you're upstairs going from one side of Macy's to the other or whatnot, it just goes into another parking lot across the street. But Bloods used to be out there deep, man. Them Blackstones, man. Shout out to the Blackstones, though. Much love, man. I ain't never really had no issues with them. But, young Crip, they Bloods, we used to be on some nonsense. They used to be tripping when you walk into the Crenshaw Mall, disrespecting Crips, and they see you wearing blue. They gonna follow you about 5 or 6 deep. And they all over the mall. All they gotta do is say, Sue Woo, oh, we got one, Blood. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. They ran up on me, and the homie that went to jail with me that one time ran up on me and him. My older brother ran up on me and my other homeboy, But that's a whole different story, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to praise nothing. Just letting y'all know, man, I was really involved or whatnot. But Sonny used to drive the 105. He was real cool, man. He passed away. He passed away while I was in the hospital. So I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, we had the baby. My dad died, in 2015. In March of 2015 is when I had my car accident. I was coming home from work doing a prep cooking job. So that's another skill I acquired. I was working in a restaurant, Tatsu Ramen, right there behind Pink's Hot Dogs, on Melrose in La Brea. It's a good restaurant. So if you like hot noodles, Tatsu, and some good old soups, the shit bomb. So check them out, man. I hope they still popping. Tatsu Ramen on La Brea and Melrose, right behind Pinky's Hot Dogs. I give them love because I used to work up there night shift graveyard, and my wife worked in the daytime at one of these female spas, spa gym type places. But yeah, man, I was coming home graveyard shift, man, and coming down La Brea, man, and doing my little shift, and I got on Crenshaw, and I think right before I got to El Segundo, or right before I got home, when I got to El Segundo, that's when somebody ran into my car or hit me on the driver's side. Dumb. I don't even know what he looked like. Don't know his name no more. Don't know nothing. As far as I'm concerned, I got hit by a demon. It was a spiritual attack. And then, demon came and hit me and got on, and I mean he didn't get on, but his car had to stop, and is what it is. I snapped my neck real bad and damaged my spinal cord real bad because I got T-bone. So if you don't know what T-bone is, that's when they hit you on the side of your door, on your driver's side, like run right into you real hard. So, strong impact, broke my neck. I'm not going to go into detail just because, you know, it's like, it could be sensitive to other people when they hear about accidents or whatnot. So I'm not trying to, get nobody no flashbacks or anything. But yeah, I had to do a lot, man, to recover mentally and physically. So I'm still paralyzed. I'm still a quadriplegic. Like I can't move my arms. I can't move my legs. I can't feel nothing below my shoulders or below my nipples. Below my nipples. I'm a man, so I could say nipples, but below my nipples or whatnot, and can't feel anything. Everything feels numb and heavy. So I roll around in a power wheelchair, but I'm able to use the wheelchair with my right hand. I'm able to kind of guide my right arm. It woke up, man, when I was in the hospital, man. Thankfully, all praises to the Most High. It woke up and moved a little bit. There's no dexterity though, so I just kind of guide it around, like, swing it around, and I'm able to use it to control my chair. But I'm mentally strong, thankful, man. So, like I said, that's a lot, man, of my past, man, and the transitioning phase. Yeah, I was wild, broke a lot of laws, did a lot of nonsense, played a lot of stupid things in them streets, man. But I did want to live. I did want to get older. I always wanted to be successful. I always wanted to have things going on, and it never really happened like that. But until I got into my transitioning phase, I just kind of, I feel like I started over. 2017, I checked into college, Mount San Antonio. As you can see this with the shirt, man. I don't want to move the phone, but the shirt say scholar, because I was a scholar. I won a scholarship at Mount San Antonio. This is Mount San Antonio sweater. I graduated from there with 2 degrees. One AA in psychology of transfer and an AA social behavior of science. I was eligible for that degree also, so I was able to get 2 degrees. And, they gave me an honorary acknowledgement during graduation. They told my story, just mentioned, that, I overcame the obstacle of not allowing my paralysis to stop me from going to college and completing my goals, because I did all my classes. I did a lot of them on campus in the years, and I did some online after the pandemic. But the thing is, I did everything voice command. Like I literally did all my classes voice command. And what I mean by that is I had to speak to my computer. So if I had to open a document, I had to say open Word, close tab, stop listening, start listening, this form, this way that it helps you navigate, where you have to grid your screen. So when you get a command mouse grid, it'll have the grid. If you know what a grid is, it's basically sections. Like they'll be large. It'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 9. And, as you say a number, then it goes to 9. Then now 9 is gridded. Then, you say every number, and just all the way till you break it down to the smallest point to where you want the mouse to land on. So, but yeah, I did everything, man, voice command, man. And I give mad praises to God, our creator, the Most High, man, for giving me the mental strength to overcome, giving me the mental strength to retain knowledge and have patience and be focused and really stay on this drive to just, going to this school, man, and, trying to succeed, trying to get somewhere. Because I got to a point where I was like, man, yeah, I'm going to school, but I'm tired of these little SSI is cool, but, my wife, she work hard, but I felt like, as a man that used to get his hands dirty, I'm talking about like hands-on jobs, construction and stuff, and being an active individual, I still want to work, man. So I didn't want to sit home and not do nothing, So I'm trying to, like, right now I get my bachelor's degree in psychology. I'll get it 2023 at the end of May. So I already submitted for commencement, and I got 6 classes coming up, as of this day. And I'm gonna go hard, but I just I'm looking to inspire and motivate everybody. So, me telling everything about my life is to let y'all see, a lot of people see like, damn, he came from somewhere. And there's more to it, but you'll have to read the book when it does come out to understand, a lot of details, whether it's, how was his family, does he have brothers and sisters, stuff of that context. What, did he grow up in a single parent home, stuff like that. So, and all, I'm gonna share it all, or I may even come back, and share it online, just different things, stories here and there. But as of this moment, I just wanted to open up and let everybody know, where I came from and where I'm trying to go. But, today things are good. I'm blessed. Like I said, me and my family, we moved out of LA because, funds were able to be secured to acquire a house that we bought out here in Chino Hills. And it's a nice community. Got the hills and everything. It's a blessing. Yeah, right back at you. Love the community. So, you just gotta understand it's about perseverance. You gotta be strong. You gotta be persistent. You gotta, be ambitious, adamant about the goals you want to achieve, and, ambitious in achieving these goals and staying focused because life can be complicated. And, us as blacks, Hebrew Israelites, Judah, we've been dealt the shorthand for some time. I saw somebody mention today, when it comes to being paid, like, a lot of the amount of the money that we get, it ain't like that. I gotta get up there. And, and the thing about it, I don't want to work hard to have to do that, because a lot of people don't work hard in these other cultures, and they get where they need, and they get where they are just because, like, privilege, systemic bias, institutional racism, all them type of things, man. Like, and that's just real. Like, I call it for what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, man. Let me lower my chair so I can stop this video and everything. But, y'all check me out, man. I'm going to upload a lot more context, man. Mindstone Radio, Conscience Prep, for sure. So, like I said, perseverance, man. Just, if y'all out there dealing with things and you trying to figure it out, just know that from my example, I didn't stop. You shouldn't stop. The opportunity is still available to overcome. Failure, I used to say, somebody used to say failure is not an option. It's not an option, but it happens. But it's what you do with the failure that makes you more of a person, or have more value. Yeah, he fell, but said he's valuable because he came right back and made it happen. Like, he went hard. Now he stands out. Now he glowing. Now he has the map, the game plan. He achieved it. You can learn from other people's mistakes, and you can learn from your own mistakes and know what to do next time the opportunity is available. And if it's not available, it's opportunity somewhere else. So don't even sweat it. But, just perseverance is key, man. Conscious Prep, man. I'm out. Y'all take care.